Hi everyone, it's Terry here from nutsaboutsstamping.com. In today's video, I'm going to introduce the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set and coordinating dies to show you how to create a beautiful thank you card. But you can take this idea and make any kind of occasions card that you need using the products that I'm going to feature today. My card base is going to be crumb cake. I've cut it 8.5 by 5.5 and I've scored it on the 4 1/4 mark. I'm not going to do anything with the card base just yet. What I want to do is do some die cutting right at the very beginning. Now this stamp from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set is really large. It's lovely though. But if you want to purchase this set, make sure that you order clear block G. Clear block F to go with it so that you have a block large enough to mount this image on. And when it is such a large image, what you're going to do is ink it up in a different kind of fashion. I have my Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the stamp this way and I'm going to press the ink right onto the stamp. This way I can ensure that I have full coverage. Obviously the stamp is too big for me to ink the other way, the normal way I guess you would say. So I've got good coverage here, and now I'm going to stamp it down and then I'm going to color it with my Stampin' Blends. So I'm going to use two different colors. I have my Calypso Coral and I have my Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to color this and I'll be back in a moment and I'll show you what we're going to do next. All right, I'm finished coloring this image and I'm ready to die cut it out. Before I do, I just want to add that I used some of the dark Mossy Meadow and the dark Calypso Coral to add some accents, and then I used the Crumb Cake, the dark Crumb Cake Stampin' Blend to color the branch. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the Magnolia Memories dies. This is an incredible die pack that comes bundled with the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set, and it has a die for this large image. So let's die cut it out. I'm going to use my Big Shot and my magnetic platform with my bottom standard cutting pad, and then I'll put the colored image on and the die around it like so, and then the top standard cutting pad. I'm going to hold it in place and then run it through. And there we go. There's this large image for the front of my card. Now, before I attach it though, if you have been following me on Facebook, you'll know that I have shared with you that the Magnolia Lane suite comes with a Memories and More card pack. So I'm going to use some of these pieces of the card pack to enhance my card. One of them is this vellum piece, and what I did was before the video began, I actually trimmed the vellum. I took about 1/8 of an inch off all around, and I want this to be a layer on the front of my card. But if I leave it as is, it's going to be quite plain. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my dark Mossy Meadow Stampin' Blend. I'm going to turn this vellum sheet over and I'm going to color some of the images on this vellum sheet. So before I color everything, what I want to do is I'm going to lay this out so that I can see where I want to color. There's no point in using up a lot of the blends ink to color images that are not going to be seen because they'd be covered up by this beautiful die cut image. I'm not going to color everything. I'm just going to color a few leaves just to add a decorative touch, I guess you would say, for this vellum sheet. So I'll be back in a moment when I finish coloring everything I want to color. I finished coloring the vellum sheet and I've turned it back over. And now what I want to do is I want to attach it to the card front. Now, one thing you need to know about vellum is that adhesive shows through. But the beauty about having this big image on top is that I can actually adhere the sheet to the card front using snail adhesive, and it'll be hidden from sight because I know that this large floral image is going to cover it up. So I don't need a lot of snail adhesive on this piece. I just need that much. And then I'm going to adhere the die cut image that I've colored with the big magnolia. I'm going to adhere that next, and I'm going to move it over a little bit to the left side because what I want to do now is I have the thank you image from the stamp set. I'm going to mount it onto a clear block. I'm going to bring in my Mossy Meadow ink, and on this sticker sheet there's this sort of banner sticker, and I want to stamp the thanks in the center of that. So easy with these new stamps that we have, this new style of stamp. And then I am going to add the thanks, just trying to find good placement here. Okay, I'm going to add the sticker there, like so. And then in the same suite, there are this bundle of ribbon. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow. I'm going to tie it in a bow, and I'm going to attach it to my card front for a final added touch. I'm not going to take time to do it right now, but what you can do is you can head over to my blog, which is www.nutsaboutstamping.com, and you'll be able to see a final photo of this project with the ribbon attached. I'll also show you what I'm going to do for the inside of the card to pull it all together to show, a really lovely thank you card idea that I'll be mailing to somebody who placed a recent online order with me. While you're on my blog, make sure that you subscribe to my free newsletters. I send a newsletter each week with a project you won't see anywhere else. There's also a link to my online store over on my blog. You can click on that and you can place an order for the products I use to make this card. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. I'll be back next week with another project idea, and I hope you create something beautiful today too. Bye for now.